I'm here, welcome back to small Kerbal Space. I don't remember what was happening 4 days ago. Yeah. That shows what my memory is like. Let's see. Maneuver in 44 days. I've sent up the or shuttle. Yes, let's just have a look at what contracts we have active. Or Tylo. Interesting. Yeah, let's just ignore that one for now. Ferry 2 tourists, okay. We haven't done this part yet. Just need to go around Minmus, okay. Enough. You need to go to this in progress because we fixed it up already, and it's scheduled to return. This we need to land, right? I guess that's what I'll be doing first. And on Gilly? Oh, Minmus rather? No, I just need to orbit Minmus. Very straightforward. Just will also orbit. I did not notice that one. Okay. Orbit Gilly. Brief rip into Eve atmosphere. Spheric flight. I'm assuming that just means I need to technically be within the atmosphere. I don't need to actually go deep into the atmosphere. Ignore that one. Okay. These ones, I just need to return them. 6 are completely not, haven't been touched. Three missions, 4 missions where they haven't been touched. Okay. Just orbit Gilly, flyby Gilly, and atmospheric. That's rough. And fly by Minmus, and on Minmus. Fly by Moon. Orbit around Kerbin and orbit around the Sun. Orbit around Kerbin will be very straightforward. Orbit around Sun. We'll see if it glitches. Suborbital space flight on Kerbin. We'll get that either on takeoff or re-entry. Land on Minmus and orbit Gilly. Yep. Orbit Moon. Okay. And land on Moon and fly by Gilly. Okay. I think maybe yeah. split it up into individual Kerbals. These ones are on their way back, so that's straightforward. I think I'm just going to restart my list. Orbit Minus. Okay, that is straightforward. Yeah. Gilly. And on. Okay. 3. Orbit Gilly. Sphere. Orbit Gilly. Brings us up to 3 times Orbit Gilly. Then V6. And on Min-Miss. Orbit. Yeah, Orbit Gilly. Some of these are interesting requests. Flyby Moon. And on Min-Miss. Orbit Gilly. Okay, so that's another one. That. Orbit Moon, land on Moon, and fly by Gilly. Right, orbit Kerbin, orbit Gilly, fly by Sun. So that's 4 times orbit Gilly is the only one. Those 2 will get in the process of Gilly, and that one as well. Then here, fly by Gilly. Just happening. Fly by Eve, land on Gilly. Another one for landing. So, in total, got 2 that are just orbiting Min-Miss, 4 that are just orbiting Gilly, 2 that are landing on Gilly, 1 that's orbiting Gilly and needs to go through Eve atmosphere. So we'll group that with the other Gilly missions. Let's pick up the Eve atmosphere along the way. 2 that need to land on Min-Miss and then also orbit Gilly. 1 that needs to fly by the Moon and they can probably get their own mission. And 1 that lands on the Moon, fly by Gilly. Okay. So my to-do list is now land Virginia base. Do the Min-Miss plus Moon sections of contracts. Sections of tourist contracts. Well, okay. Then we've also got a for Tyler. That just needs to get into orbit, but return to Kerbal from orbit. And I think they can grow back body parts like sea stars. I think so. I've seen spaghettified Kerbals before. Yeah, probably. Yeah. I'm seeing this. We can't just leave vessels in orbit with Tylo forever. Those things are expensive. Return one to Kerbal. It's like, well, I was thinking I could do for that mission is send a probe and bring it back, but also send out the relay network and just leave that there. It's like, well, yeah, we can just leave vessels in orbit with Tylo forever. So I think let's start things off with the Juno. Charles Darwin ate the animals he discovered. Well, I mean, obviously, first reaction to discovering a new animal would have to be, what does it taste like? See if there's any contracts worth picking up. Science data from surface of Eve. Don't think I've got anything currently. But yeah, it seems like a perfectly normal sentiment to have. That's new parts to a satellite in orbit of Kerbal. Very doable. You can probably do that basically for free, as long as we recover the. Bring a Juno stone on Juno back to Kerbal. Currently, I don't have a plan to return anyone from Juno. But if pandas aren't in danger, they're actually really delicious, and non-profits keep them for themselves to farm. I doubt it. Otherwise, China wouldn't have such a monopoly on pandas and the whole panda diplomacy thing. Yeah, they're a handful to keep and try to keep alive. Might be interesting. Doing an advanced scan with a rover, because I did think about having a rover for the Juno base. So yeah, maybe sending one out with a large scanning arm. Also do this contract. This needs to be a new. Do I want to? So, yeah. I think I'll just leave current contracts for now. Ooh. Are they in? Probably, right? Yeah, Eve Tourist. Okay. Anyway, back to Juno. I don't think Kerbals are going to be like Wag. Probably more photosynthesis and like veggie spaghetti something. Okay. Does have a docking port. Would be used as hug. but sure about that. Much. Get a readout? Okay. I see how it is. This vessel really hates me. Kerbin had an irregular orbiting planet that orbits slanted like Sedna. Or Kerbin. I mean... Oops. Back to the map. There is... I mean... It is Elu. It's not in the plane at all. Either is Drez. I assumed you meant Kerbal since you were talking about planets. Let's see. Nothing. I want to see your... Thank you. This is where I want to land. However, that is currently in darkness. So, I think that means time warp time. A bit of time warping because it's only just... Okay. Is a bit of a crater there. That's what I'll be aiming for, I think. Would like to get to the middle of that crater. I don't think I'll have quite that much control. Okay, so this is going to be my first time trying to land on Juno, and it's going to be with a whole big base. Now, I am within... Should be within the relays, yep. Yeah, no, not too bad. Not fantastically. But it's only a couple of degrees off. Yeah, I'm within that relay orbit, so I should be good without this antenna ended. So let's transmit the first one. I do not have a scientist. Okay. Slightly unfortunate there. The Stream Kitten Space Program. Probably when there's more in it. Rather than just the very stuff. How do you... Why can I not put that into the lab? No, I don't have a scientist to actually start the research, but I thought I would be able to add it into... Well, if I add the action group, this I should be able to... Yes. 58 science for basically nothing. Yeah, that makes sense. Bottom of the ground, that makes sense. Oh. Temperature, didn't do the temperature one. Load asteroids. On planet 9. So from what I've seen currently, it doesn't seem likely, but it's still possible. What might be more likely is just that something passed through earlier on in the solar system's history. That's why we have all the there's a specific name for the trans-Neptunians that are that have that specific eccentric. Well, it is eccentric, but very inclined orbit. There is a name. I don't remember what. Okay. Into the centralmost. Okay. That. Wanting to tier. How much? So just go for. There should be enough Delta V to not have things go horribly wrong. Parachutes are active. I think I should also action group. Let's go with that. All the engines. To toggle. Hopefully that'll out. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a moment of truth, but we'll see how it goes. Start off manually activating that. Boss feed enabled, good. Boss feed on. Sure we don't end up running. So, just going to time walk forward slightly. While the orbit burn. Think. Something like that, maybe? Over 13 kilometers. Then hope for the best. I think I will keep it on retrograde just in case I want to change. But let's go ahead and time warp until we're in again. Some ways, having no atmosphere is easier, rather than a thin atmosphere. Thick atmosphere is easy enough because you'll land not too far after you hit the main section of the without an atmosphere. You know you're not going to be slowed down by the atmosphere. You've got a slight atmosphere. That's when things. For now, I'm going to go directly retrograde. Try to minimize our profile to reduce the drag. There's a lot of drag on this. But depending on how it goes, maybe I switch to trying to increase drag, because we can certainly try to increase drag. None of this has fuel. Most of it doesn't have fuel. Up. Yeah, I was thinking. Ooh. I could transfer in here. Because I've got crossfeed, they should still be active. Just in case. Early. Yeah, now this side should be where most of the center of mass is, which means that this should be behind the center of mass, and so should remain behind. Also, we are going quite. I'm going to go ahead and put in. This. Just things. Oh. There is enough atmosphere to land with parachutes if I'm already going slow enough. The sunrise. 30 kilometers up, still not much atmosphere. So you know what? Go ahead and keep. Can't be done, though. Should be able to do a crew report. Keep it. Zero to collect all of them. Which can be doesn't matter too much. Toggle display. I don't think that matters too much. But this one. Now we can see what the pressure is at. So, 0.15 kilopascals. Keeping in mind Earth atmosphere and I think Kerbal atmosphere at sea level 100 kilopascals, or like 101 kilopascals sea level. It's about 0.1%. But yes, let's go back to physics. Can we... Oh, yeah, that is... We have a lot of drag on this. Yeah, definitely not making it there. Okay, I'm willing to quick load that. More atmosphere than I thought there was. Case, I think... Say it by... Not much. To a... Because I was wanting to overshoot, if anything. You can always slow down, but it's harder to... And what then? If I overshoot, that is definitely my fault. Was expecting to overshoot, if anything. I think I will just pin... Oh, toggle play. This one for crew report. Did I put in... Probably not 4, no. Now, save. And... retrograde at this point. Let's bring it down to 20k. And we are... Okay, never mind. I was thinking, yeah, we're in atmosphere. No, atmosphere only starts at 50 kilometers. You know? Still not in atmosphere, but I can't warp any faster. Show the display one. Okay, we are in atmosphere. Time to retract the solar panel. Those milestones. Rendezvous maneuver around Juno. We've entered into atmospheric flight above Juno. Never mind. I will be greedy. Oh. send it to storage unit. Port. Try sending that. Surely this won't go wrong. That's from 5 kilometers into the atmosphere. Port. Yep. Good. Let's have a look. Fasten seatbelt. Okay. And see. Yeah. Parts of the station, I guess. Why are we rotating? Not good way. Oh, right. I set this up to plus feed is enabled. Let's move fuel in here. Oh, because I got these. Thoroughly. Cool to make things. Now let's pin these. Goalie detector. More importantly, and spinning, pointing the right way. Surface is down, and I overspun. I really spun. Go for a slower rotation. There we go. So very low atmosphere still at this point. Less than 0.1%. So I'm going to go ahead and physics swap. Gone over 0.1. So that's where we want to go. Let's try spinning. Increasing our drag. Retrograde burning better. Still lying to me about the Delta V. Cancelled out a lot of our horizontal velocity. Radial in, which should also push us down, then also increase our drag. The retrograde to slow our horizontal velocity, we're wanting to go basically right in the middle of that. So I guess increasing our drag won't be doing all that much this high up. 500 meters a second still. Good to cut the engines here. We'll try to maximize drag at this point. Now, depending on how things go, engine, great thrust weight ratio. Don't know. Right. Okay. I think now is the time to move back to those. Get this to be the same flow program. Overshooting where I'd want to be. Ooh, I am not looking. Okay. First deployment of parachutes. Going pretty fast. Brake chutes deploying. Toggle engines at. Ooh, because we're right at the edge of the crater. Okay. Yeah. Not quite where I wanted to be, but this does seem somewhat flat. And off one of the engines. And touchdown. Not too shabby. Now, I am on the edge of a crater. Really would have preferred being in the middle of the crater, but that is on me for overshooting. That should be contract complete. Well, we have landed on the surface of Juno. And 726, we've finished construction of a new surface outpost on Juno. And open up the cargo door. Let's it. There we go. Now, let's deploy the solar panels. Turn on the lights. Keep the lights on. And up crew. Okay, let's also, just in case we ever want to take off again, will be a bit of a task. Fall off. Good, you can walk on this. I was hoping you could, but thinking about it, I never checked. EVA report. Where you look, you see red. The red, you see maroon, you see brown, you see orange. Yeah, kind of maybe peachy colour, but maybe a bit too orange to be peachy. There's a rock over there. Check that out. I'm realizing I don't think we brought any EVA science, but oh well. I've finished off the tech tree. not as big of an issue. Mostly for extra funds. Nearly done with the side. Back up, I want. Go. Nice little landing on Junevo. First time landing. And what's that? Oh, it's a light. Alright then. I'm back in. And I hadn't opened this up. For the sake of it, extend the science. Transmit it all. And I don't think there's anything in here that's worth transmitting. Something in there. Anything? Yeah. Not even data, I guess. I don't know why I can't put it in the. Hail Mary if it had landing legs. I need to look this up. What did it look like? Not really. I'm looking at it now, and the way I imagine that thing landing would be, yes, having everything like have the central part and then it's sticking out almost like you've got your palm up, fingers pointing upwards. The other alternative is side of that, but then you've got like the central thing seems to be a bit longer than the. No, this is quite a bit different. We can also do port, that, sphere, well. Oh, okay. Let's move everyone. Next Kerbal. Okay, and just wait for him. Just blocked. The hairy Kerman. Looking at it, they have hair, at least some. The engineer of our project. Let's have the. not quite the same. Having our being in the middle of the crater, which is what I would have liked, but also and walked on the surface of Juno. Okay. Fun. I don't know what highlighting that. Oh well. Mission groups. That's what I'm wanting. Let's walk and instead toggling radiator. They've drills. Forward. Okay. Now it should all be together. 5 for drills. Start drilling. Okay, do a bit closer. Where would be a good place? Yeah. Juno landing site. Didn't nearly. Definitely. That's what the history books will show. Hopefully. Unless one of them writes a book. In which case, truth's probably going to come out. That is a flag. Like that? No, I think I like... Might need to put a couple of flags down. But I do like this view. Switch over to... that. Now we can see the area. No. Okay, oh, no, we're good. Flag. Way. I feel like fish. That one? Maybe... Oh. Okay. No longer showing. Our engine. As a flag. Save it, we did it. board. Planted your flag, so we'll go. Plant your flag, more XP. Play so well. Board of their experience. And on Gina 12. Oh. No planting flag on Gina. Interesting. Yeah, interesting. Let's get to my EVA. Upside down. That is definitely the most sensible way to... Up. What, inflatable? Up. Thingy. Right after you entered it. I take surface sample, yeah. Go over to that rock. Something else over there. I think that's another rock. This isn't exactly very fast. Ooh, I can fly. This milestone, we've planted a flag on Juno. Oh. Now to satisfy your curiosity, you attempt to drill into the rock with your tool, thinking it would be a lot easier if you had some kind of pulsating drill thing on a robotic arm. Is that the same? From here? Used to be traces of water in the soil. This is separate. Interesting. Now this is downhill probably won't be able to fly quite as far. It'll be faster than running. Ooh, ooh, yes. Much faster than running. Ooh, better not crash into the solar panels. Oh. Landed back on top of the base. I guess might as well try. So maybe if we can recover some more stuff, more something. That's actually, first of all, cover surface sample. Well, name even though it's got fixed content. But okay, and then back out you go. Gee, what's your view like inside here? Not great. Never actually looked at that before. They doesn't work great with that. Let's go ahead and hide the interior. Back on EVA. Again, upside down. Try to run over. Fly over there. Should definitely have enough propellant. A bit. Insufficient power shutting down. What has insufficient power? Oh, probably the base, I guess. I thought I had made it with enough power. Down. Doesn't look like it's small enough to pick up. Guess it's another one of. Oh, how was it to face plant into it? That does seem more metallic. Nope, nothing worthwhile. Okay. Oh, back to base we go. Right. There's another one of the rocks. That looks like something. How shall I run this? Interesting. Top of a mountain. Anything that looks like we can pick up? Okay, I think I really overshot already. Perhaps not by too much, although I am going to bounce here. Oh, no, not too bad actually. Right. In crew, why not? Yeah. Bring in like 30 G's. What's all about? We could put the hibernate mode. Oh, that way. And once we're full up on, might go down deeper into. Oh, off, but that'll probably be in maybe a video. We'll see. Then once we've got our final location, we can couple, well, refuel these with fuel again, and the couple and send them off flying until Russia. Yeah, let's just time warp through a day. Run a quick save as well. Very bright in the middle of the day. Very orange. Interesting color. And as it goes to night, wasn't neat look for a moment there when you had some tinges of light on. It has its own coziness to it as well. yeah, so that's it for now for most of the stuff. Now, main thing, tourists and Tylo. Number 1 on the list. So, back to the Space Center. Back up to 14 mil. But I think most of these are still 19 class E asteroid. How long duration? 45 years? That is basically 3. But taking up that's an interesting one because I've definitely used the dart before on Jewel. Oh no, Jewel. Not on Eve. Not. Free money, but it's also not that much money, all things considered. And it will just take a while, so we'll be filling up on contracts. Have a look at what we need to do for the Kerbal system for the tourists. But we even need to land on, need to orbit Mimas. 2 that need to land on Mimas. And then 1 that needs to fly by the moon and 1 that needs to land on the moon. So I think maybe I go with the. I'd like to set that up. But it will probably take a while for that to be in the right place. I mean, it'll take a while to actually travel. So I just will add design. Actually, I don't think it has any moons, but just in case, rather than sending multiple missions separately all at once. Although, actually, Tylo orbital. In which case, it's the moon. Okay. Dual mission time. Yeah, I'm looking at for relays. Don't have anything. Oh, this Jewel probe that goes basically polar orbit of Jewel. Right, I did that so that it wouldn't be at risk of interacting with any of them getting flung out. Not quite the orbit. I don't know where I want to put main jewel. Maybe outside of where Pol is. Now I do wonder. Sphere of influence, 1,000 kilometers. And get equatorial radius. You don't get its. When using rotation period, we can calculate and Joule's GM, gravitational constant. So using that and Paul's or rotation, no, not rotation period. We don't have orbital period, do we? Well, that's definitely too long. That's definitely too short to be at how fast it spins. Or perhaps sidereal. Sidereal. Anyway, not the orbital. Although maybe. Details. So, idea being, I have it outside Pole. I think what I'd then want to do is have some inside as well. I want it to be... Ooh, yeah. Have it all the way around, and then each one gets their set of relays. That should mean that you can always get contact around a planet. So that you don't end up in a situation where you're in an equatorial orbit around Joule, but then... should... okay, depends how close you are. Possible that... I think it's possible that you can be close enough that just outside? Although, actually, we're going to be further out than just minimum distance. Yeah, I think have the big powerful ones on the outside, then have smaller relay string side. Noise bounce multiple weaker ones together to get to the stronger ones to then get to Kerbal, but we can't necessarily always to the stronger ones and then get to Kerbal. We probably should be able to, but I feel like that's safer. In case the goal would be get the height of apoapsis for Paul, and then add a bit over 1,000 kilometers. That will be our altitude for the main relays. So, let me look that up. Apoapsis. 210,000 kilometers. 210 megameters. To add another 1,000 kilometers to that. Go 212 megameters. Oh. Enter not from surface. Game gives us from surface, so 212 should be plenty. And also be however radius of it. Then it'll be another 20. No, yeah, 44. Extra buffering. Getting this up might be a bit difficult. I want to go into an even larger. Probably. We wouldn't want to go into a smaller orbit and then accidentally get an interceptor with, example. Let's have a look. Tylo, GM 2.8, 12. 11. Tylo looks to be the best one to get a capture through with. Okay, so that will be fine. So, our first mission will be to Tylo. So, have a look at pictures. Oh, yeah, got the equatorial radius. 600 kilometers. So, let's go for 900 kilometers. Enough space for zero influence. 900 kilometers on the Tylo relays. And if I look up the presentation that I did, I'll be able to find what the formula is. Orbit. Count. Here we go. Orbital relay. Yeah, I've got the general formula. There we go. For a circular orbit with radius c, 900 plus 900 plus 600, so that gets us up to 1,500. Yep. And go larger or smaller. Let's go for 2/3. We want a period with, so yeah, circular orbit with radius c and a period of t. An elliptical orbit with a period of one constant times t. Other axis will be c times 2 times k to the power of 2/3. That's 1. And then the altitude will be that value minus the radius of the planet. So, if I want k to be thirds, I do 2 divided by 3, put that to the power of divided by 3, squared and then cubic root, minus 1. That is giving me doesn't seem right. I would assume that means that I can't get 2/3. Probably go for 5/6 period. Might be easier to go for 4/3 then. Did I multiply by 2? I might not multiply by 2. Power of 2 to 3. Multiply that by 2. I did not multiply by 2. Minus 1 gives me 0.526. When we multiply that by our total 1,500 kilometers. So, and then we subtract the radius 100 kilometers. Yes. 189.425. So, we're going for a 900 kilometer circular orbit in altitude, and periapsis for our maneuver craft will be 4285 kilometers. Probably going to end up being 49. Anyway, for Joule, got 12 megameters. With that, I want to add 44 kilometers. Joule total radius is 6 kilometers. Don't know. Oh. Pole. That's 4. 6,000 kilometers. So 6 megameters. 218 megameters. Total circular radius. Base. So. Side. 218. We want 4/3, so 4 divided by 3, all of that to the power of 2 divided by 3. Multiply by 2, subtract 1. Multiply by our 218 megameters. projectiles is 304. $104. 173,856. Now, one thing I will need to check is that within Joule's sphere of influence. What is Joule's sphere of influence? 2.4559852 meters, which I think means 245 megameters. Let's see. Times 10 to the 6 kilometers times 10 to the 3. Ooh, yeah, no, times 10 to the 3 megameters. So I think 2,455. I think. Yeah, it would be. It wouldn't be megameters, it would be gigameters. So yes, we are well within the sphere of influence. Good to know. So, time to actually start designing this craft. Now, in real life, they're the Jovian moons. Can't make them the Julian moons. Ooh. Kind of works with Julian calendar and all that. Julius. So, fill out sub-assemblies. I've got some existing relays. I might want to space off of that. Got like the moon net. Ethernet. This is 100 gig. Yep. So this is the antenna we'll use for our main Joule relay network. And then we'll need 3 of these. Need a way to transfer 3 of these. Maybe we also go for a polar one. With all the other related satellites that we'll have in the system, I don't think we'll need a polar one. Not much benefit to polar satellite around. There would be benefits to polar satellites around other planets, though. Other moons, I mean. I think we just need 3 with this. And then we'll need 3 with a smaller antenna. I mean, honestly, the high gain's probably enough. But I think go with yep, not bad. So, how shall we go? Want 3 of each. Now I'll just do this. Other design. I think I'll redesign. probably go for RTGs as well. Electricity. Storage. Technically, while it's relay satelliting stuff, it isn't using this much power. We don't actually need to track how much power we're using, but I think it would be nice to have it be believable. So RTGs probably, and then battery. One alternative could be really large, comically large solar panels could be funny as well. Something. And then maybe for main satellites. I think the small ones can probably just make do with RTGs. X10. Oh, what's the electricity generation comparison? 3 per second, 24.4. It is. Of course, it is potentially a contest with this because we'll be getting a lot less light at Joule. Oh, how much less light? Does Wiki say? Anything like solar flux or anything? Not seeing it. Not seeing anything about. Maybe solar panel page will. Oh, wait, yes. Power percent, 3.91% at Joule's semi-major axis. So, let's have a look at this. 24.4 times 0.03. 0.95. So this is making slightly more power than RTG. 23k, 3k. Now back over 10 million funds, so I think I'm fine on that front. Go ahead and take for the small ones. You're taking RTG. Probably. First. a decent amount of electric charge. Start off with 3. That's Savati cheese. Also need a probe. Nice to have. But can I filter? I don't think I can filter by SA. That's going to be most of, or maybe this one. No, it's just any stability assist, okay. X2 target tracking. Go to this is Pro, I believe. Just a different hex. Command unit. No internal reaction wheels. Anything else? No reaction wheels. Not have a reaction wheel? None at all, okay. So I'll need to add a reaction wheel as well. Oh, we don't need that many dishes. Up for now. Vacuum. 1.5 kilometers Delta V. Oh. 0.13 thrust weight ratio. Shabby. All things concerned. Eight 0.74 per second. Generating 8 times 12.8, okay. We should have enough power then. Let's also take into account wheel 3. Okay. What's mass looking like on it? A bit under 2 tons. Right. I think maybe. Bed. So probe core on top. Should always let's move everything down then. Also want to still engine, but that seems fine. Cool. Good, 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 good. OPS. Relay. Boolean. Now, another question would be, how do I plan to get this out from the storage that I have it in? That I do not have an answer yet. So, maybe what I do is I put it on a the hinge at 90 degrees and then pop the coupler. Work, actually. When is it? 90 degrees. The coupler. Hey. Oh. Silo would be worth putting all the satellite around. Also think about that. Maybe go for the same kind of deployment system. Load service. Want small payload. It swims quite well. Option is engine plate. Notes. Arch. Upwards. It's the couplet. Force percent is 0. Probably also want cal controller. Because oh, actually, Nope, it's not liking that. No, 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 no. That would be enough for 2. That kind of works. Also probably... Yeah, I should also probably change the string type. Currently working on... So I'm going to need to bring a curve and put something in orbit of tidal and then bring it back. So while I'm there, I think I want to put today's satellites. So, what I have on my checklist, One second. Checklist. On Tycho. Advist. Think. New thing. In can go over that. And I want the text. File. now. Where is it? There we go. The dual relays, Tycho relays. Tycho. Okay. Oh. So. We need to design them, and then we need to set them up. So for the most part, the Tycho relays I'm then going to need polar satellites. I'm thinking for polar satellites, maybe I go 90 degrees apart, so then there'll always be one. Just have two of them up, and it's outside the plane. Go with just one. There will be 2 times an orbit, but it will be plane with relay satellites. Go with 2 that 180 degrees separated. Again, there'll be 2 for exactly the same periods of time where they'll be all be in the same plane. I go with 2 that are 90 degrees apart. Yeah, twice in orbit. There'll be 1. 4 times in orbit, there'll be 1 that's in plane and 1 that's 90 degrees out of plane. But the majority of the time we'll have a mix. 45 degrees for be in plane, probably not. In which case, maybe I go for 3 and just do. But it feels a bit excessive. Let's go for 6. For 3. Put them perfectly on top of the 6. Nope. Add structure and interstate nodes. Have something that's fairly similar, but enough space. Go edit fairing high enough? Yes, it can. As long as we keep to approximately this footprints. We should be. However, to pull the satellite, I am going to want some extra. Like surveys. A bit wider. Canvas. So, interstate. Although bed. Have but if we have something, this one's probably wide. Okay. Then that's just for now. Top. If we've got something like this. Function, coupling engine plate, bearing, go for a smaller pillar maybe, by 0. That crowd up. Have something up there. Now, if I go to each other. Here, it's going up into this. Nothing's quite working there. Fine with that. That does not make for a great fairing. So I think what? Yeah, I think that's not going to be. Hang 3 from the top of the engine plate and plate would offset where the big scanners are. I mean, I was thinking of just having one fairing and then connecting it at the top, but I think the scanners are going to be wide enough that I can't put them all in the same place, because then they're going to start moving. Bearings will start overlapping, that is. As long as all the oh, if I hang 3 of the 6 years. Yeah. Difficulty with that will symmetry. But I can remove from symmetry and then do another set of remove from symmetry. Worth trying. But in any case, I also haven't. I don't want this to be once polar relays. See what you're saying. Fortunately, I can't have a street. Let's see. Something here temporarily. Copy. Let's start with the flow. Up. Yeah, I know. Or snapping to nodes. It's just that it wasn't an available snap to. Unlike that, we can go Portavo. It wasn't an available node because they were all copying all of. Could be something that works. And bearing. something like that. So, actually, just to the side temporarily, copy that to the other side, decides to not. Actually, let's, I don't think this is 3 triple. Kind of, because it's actually attaching to ooh. What? Kind of, yeah. And can't get it to. Okay, let's just go back to. I'll need 6 on. I think. No, I can't. Oh, too close. The nodes are further out on the 6 and 1. Oh well. Long slits. Connect to. It did not copy the. That specifically. I don't want 5,000 satellites. And it's doing it again. It is. Oh, no, there. Oh, it's still too far. Whichever. Normally, if it were all side by side, be able to go down to here. There's nothing on this part of the pillar that's wide enough, but this is. Get rid of. Oh, you can see even there. Can't really go thinner because I need to actually get around relay satellite. It means I can't. Ends there because it's. Out. Anything that. kind of wanting to connect it up. No, it probably wouldn't be more stable. Oh, maybe it would be, I don't know. Feels like it should be more. There for now. Might be possible to just squeeze. That's kind of annoying. Oh well. In any case, not the main goal. You'll want to my new plan is 6 relays because 2 means worth. They're frustrating to see it flash blue. Like, definitely should be able to connect. Yeah, it flashes blue, but if you don't move, like where it seems like it should be flashing blue, like it doesn't actually exist. It's like, oh, recalculating. Oh no, actually, now that I think about it, no, you can't actually connect there. So that's the widest engine plate. What's the same size? It is. It'd be neat if I could just like disable nodes. Next thought I had was get rid of not quite fix enough. I could push them a bit further apart, yes. That won't really fix the issue with joining. But my next idea that I had. Yeah. That's 1.5. Like that. Bit shorter. That's going to be the same size. It's barely smaller. Okay. Then what I could do is just put it on. Then we've got this layer of 6. I was able to connect to something with the engine plate before. probably good to have. Let me terminate it. I was able to connect earlier. Just makes it more frustrating. And it was specifically terminating the cross section as well. Feels. Then again, I guess I would have been deploying them anyway. Probably. I want to go on top of the engine. Underneath the engine plate's fine. Something like that. Oh. Yep, it would be. Okay. And then, yeah, push. Probably be about as far as I want to push them out. Not. Well. Disable instead. Disable. But. Is she still? So just shift and then, so like WASD to move, that'll be 90 degrees. Shift WASD does smaller rotations. And while all that was going on, I was still holding Alt to keep it locked to the node. I'm gonna be a bit too wide. So, another alternative. Go for the smallest. Oh, bad. Yeah. Still in the stage node fin. Stage nodes is off. Stage nodes on this one is off. What? All the other. Mind. Okay. Like this, but with more space. Thence this. nodes. Oh. Dual build with it. Is it there? Slightly outside. Go. There's a thing and a work. But at least for now I've got the pool. Oh. Continue upwards. More fuel tanks. I wonder, can I go 1.5? Oh yeah. Did the wrong thing. Short. Okay, that is just above. Final engine plate, I guess. Now, this one will be for the main Julian. Kind of works. Going with 2.5 for now. I'm going to see if I can go smaller. Now I will just push in and then okay. These might need to go on top of each other. Stacked. Ones I think they can have a not go. Go for a small. Go size 2 for now. Immediately already forgotten. Slightly wider than this size 2. Definitely smaller. Smaller than size 3. Can it fit inside a cargo bay? Not because I want to put it inside a cargo bay, but future ideas. It does fit in. You could, if you can get a Mark III SSTO working, you could put the big relays in it. Interesting. One day, one of the things I want to do is working dual SSTO. I think large, powerful Mark III, yes. Rules for KSP. Anyway, enough about that. Go for some. Go. Go for a smaller coupling. That way I can build the fairing outside of it. But it would be even funnier if Jeb had no drives. That was forklift certified. I mean, obviously you need a forklift inside the VAB. Any moment now. Surely we will play that animation. Am I thinking of the... It's a VAB, right, and not the spaceplane hangar? Has the forklift just zooped past? Or a shadow, but no, it's just... Pretty sure that... Maybe I was thinking of that. Driving straight through people, or Kerbals. Maybe it was a spaceplane hangar, but I remember, like, I think it's a forklift, but it just comes in from the side, and now realizing that you've only got the lift. I don't think out for... Yeah, coming in through one of the sides and just zipping past. It just loops around. Goes back down the lift. Cross again. Anyway, line stuff. So. Go in on these ones as well? Maybe. Probably. Might go for a triple engine. Ooh, although triple is annoying if I want to fine tune. Then you need to adjust all the engines, you can't... Just got one engine, you can just easily toggle the amount of thrust it's producing. So if I go triple and then put a cowl controller on, maybe do it. Then you are still limited to more thrust than if you just single engine. I think you're still then limited to 0.5 each engine. I guess to be fair, it isn't much power from 2 kilonewtons. 60 kilonewtons. Yeah. Right. how am I going to put 3? So the coupler answer will be start off with that. Move the shroud for now. Triple. Okay, there's our 3. And I think I'm going to do the opposite of what I did earlier. Still not. Wait, guess that will do. But yeah, move the ion engines closer. I think that makes. Oh. Out. Now. Fuel. Well, I guess that way we've got a platform that we can. Alternatively, I could go for the smaller. Out of triple. Or if I do lots of naps. Nope, still. Or at least in symmetry. But last. That does not seem meters per second, or a 0.01 thrust weight ratio. Kilonewtons is correct. 4,200. I aren't able crossfeed. Just that you can't enable it. No risk of it being enabled. In any case, let's see. 5,700 units of these. Does that mean it's 5,700 kilograms? Look, so 200 tons. That is looking like it might be 500 kilograms. Oh, yeah, 500. Throw it for then. 1,000. Let's see. Five hundred and seventy kilograms. So, 570 kilograms. Relatively. $17,000. This would be 17 kilometers. Now, once again, a bit closer. I think 1K is probably enough. Oh. Oh, no. Right, because they got the think we right. Kind of seems like they are. So that's enough for one engine. I think that's in 6,000. Okay, so let's see now. How much for each weekend? 8.74 times 3. 26.2 second. $32 TGs to power 3. I have 16 already. Technically I need 32.7, but with battery bank it should be fine. But I'm going to want to have reaction wheel be developing. Let's move. I think I want. I am going to want a bit more space on it. It's another row of those RTGs. That should be enough power for it. Okay, start off with More fuel, I guess. What else could a relay satellite do with? Open to suggestions. Ooh, right. I was wanting ability for it to maneuver itself out of starting thing, whatever it's called. So RCS. So I guess I will just go size 1 and there. Putting it. RCS fuel. So not. Also seems a bit excessive. On. Up. Down, they should all be. We'll put on a different part. Here it's definitely attached. Oh, definitely attached to it. Well, if I use these. Right. Oh. Hi. Let's to drink, maybe that's. In any case, that should be enough power. This comes with a reaction wheel. Now, this temporarily, and we'll go for some. Okay. Up and down. I could test it, I guess. I think the forwards and backwards is going to be included. And would just have sideways like this and horizontal axial. I'll throw it out for a test. Save Julian. Test that RCS. Going very heavy on the ion engines on this one. But I will probably put a whole ton of nuclear engines to get it to capture. But we should be able to do most of the capturing from. Just getting out of getting a curb and burn that isn't too long. In which case, maybe I'll use chemical. There's a lot of mass. Yeah, I will just do get the middle ground between efficiency and. I don't like that. That certainly does not bode well. Why? Why is the Kraken attacking? In any case, that's not what I was wanting to test. Oh, I didn't. Yes, it would ask yes. Enabled what? What? Oh, limited probe control. I have limited. Oh, hibernation. Should be perfectly circular, I believe. It looks like it because arguments of periapsis and changing. I am increasing, and other direction works as well. Hey. Doesn't seem to be quite around the center of map. Fixed. Now looking at V of the center of mass. Put it in line with the upper center of mass. Hope if should just snap into this location. Right. Yes, one more time. Wonder how many parts this is. Might bring it down from 6 times symmetry to parts that's causing issue. Probably isn't. Couple. Yes. That. Is impacting these. Well. Okay. Forwards and backwards are tested. That's all the directions. So, only using one, it's not trying to use multiple engines. Now that we've got it lined up with the main direction angles, not trying to use once. That's some good news. It is also aligned with the center of mass, so that will be good for translation. Not as good for rotation, but we've got a reaction. So, enable shroud. Hey, save that for now. I think of all this will be node. Final thing would be Tycho and which will probably go on top. Alternatively, underneath. So as we once we finish with the main relays, then like detach this top section, crash it into Tyler or something. Then we go with the next section. Go with the next section as we finish one of the kind of missions. Attach the entire section, crash into Tyler or Joule, or at least get into Joule atmosphere. Then eventually it will, unless it gets slingshot. Part count 497. Not too shabby. That is the downside of going with 32 RTGs per relay. And 12 for these. What's happening to both of these? I remove the RTGs. I'll need to touch base later. I think maybe with the Tycho return vessel, I just inflatable heat shield on that and drop it down to 15 kilometers in Kerbin's atmosphere. Interplanetary return speeds. Something like that might work. Yep. Although that one did clip straight through your tank and several other yeah, it seems it doesn't like the RTGs, so I have been pointing out. I wonder what it thinks. Probably near the end for the session today. Next time, probably start working on the Tycho return section of this, and also the interplanetary tug. Right. Each other. Can't just have it going out. I hope that will change even if I. As far apart as it. On is because bearing that way. Those. What was the other thing? Right, I think probably want struts. Structural struts. Not like that. Up the other direction. That's fine then. So I'll give it a bit more stability once I deploy the fairings. No wonder, can I... Oh. They're going to the fairing. This is unfortunate. Would also probably be good to attach to the fairings. Like, yeah. Once I deploy, it's going to be a bit... Well, that will be... not useless weight, and then it can be fixed. So. Yeah, I think off for now. And copy it. I don't think it's going to copy the. So I'll. Somewhere around here. Yeah. Much mass as I can. Final one. That's going to be wobbly, isn't it? Oh well. Could put it on two separate. Might just end up doing that. Oh well. I hope you've enjoyed. If you're watching this as a VOD later, let me know any feedback you have in the comments. Until next time.